I know that between pixels, CPL, audiences, custom conversions, boosts, campaigns, power editor, Facebook ads can seem really overwhelming. There's a lot of kind of nuances, almost glitches of the program still, and there's a lot of tech that needs to be learned between Power Editor and Ads Manager and the pixel tracking and everything else that goes into it. And I know it's one of the parts that can seem most overwhelming to my stress-free launch clients when we work together. So today I want to break down how I plan Facebook ads when I'm working with a client on a launch in 3 simple campaign strategies that you can take and tweak and use in your next launch. So let me first start out by clarifying what I mean by a campaign. In Facebook ads lingo, a campaign is the type of ad that you are running. So are you running ads to traffic of a web page? Are you boosting a post as a campaign? These are the types of kind of lingo things that can really trip people up. So I wanted to define what I mean by campaign first so that you can follow along with these other strategies that I'm going to share next. So as I said, I break down my launch strategy with my clients into 3 distinct Facebook campaign strategies that we use throughout the whole launch to make sure that we get the best ROI for our investment when it comes to people who go from being a lead on Facebook to someone who actually comes in and purchases the program or course that we're launching. So one of the first campaigns that I start running and planning with my clients is a new lead campaign. This is probably the Facebook ad strategy you're most familiar with, where you are putting your freebie or your opt-in or your webinar out to the world via Facebook ads and saying, you may not have heard of me before, here's some great compelling ad text, come check out my thing. And you're getting someone from Facebook who hadn't heard of you before or maybe had liked your page or something like that onto your email list so that you can use them sending emails during the actual launch when the cart is open. So this is a really important strategy, and there's 2 key pieces that I like to think of. The first is you're dealing with cold traffic, so people who haven't heard of you. So even weeks before you are planning on hosting your webinar or your challenge or whatever your launch strategy is going to be for that big attraction piece, you want to make sure that you are running cold traffic ads to just your content, to just get out there and be exposed to some of your greatest blog posts, maybe blog posts that are super related to the topic that you're going to be launching in a few weeks, or even just to your evergreen freebie, and just kind of getting people exposed to you and used to seeing your ads before you even ask them to do anything except read and review some content. Then the second piece of this is actually to use that same audience you've kind of been nurturing a little bit with some content, and 2 weeks before your big ask of joining you on the webinar or the challenge or whatever that attraction piece is for you, you want to start running ads to them 2 weeks before, all the way up to like the hour that the event is starting. And that's for webinars or video series that kind of have like a this is happening now. If you're doing a challenge, go ahead and keep those going for a couple of days into the challenge, as long as you've set it up so that people can catch up easily with links or PSs in your emails. But this is definitely something that you could easily set up ahead of time and then set it and forget it. Facebook ads has an end date, and these campaigns are off of your plate. Now, the next campaign is kind of a newer feature if you are up to date on all the benefits of using a tracking pixel, and the second campaign type is retargeting campaigns. This is a really cool feature that Facebook has, and if you aren't taking advantage of it, I hope this video inspires you to do so. But it allows you to target people based on their behavior. So if people watch a video of yours on Facebook, you can retarget ads to them. If they visit a certain website page, like your sales page, you can retarget to them. Or if they're on your email list already, you can retarget to them already. So the second campaign that I plan out is the retargeting piece. And this is for when people visit the sales page, you want to make sure that they're seeing an ad about it. And for anyone on your email list that maybe didn't engage during the webinar sequence, you want to make sure that they're seeing some invitation Facebook ads to come join your paid program or course. this is kind of that key nurturing piece where you get that I'm everywhere effect because you're coordinating your Facebook ads for the retargeting purposes with the emails that you're sending. So this is a really crucial campaign, and it's happening right in the middle, and you're kind of actively watching these ads every day. It's not really a set it and forget it kind of thing. You really want to make sure that you're staying on top of these retargeting ads, updating the audiences all the time, and even retargeting with specific 24 hours till doors close, final hours to get in on this program ads, really kind of setting up all of the things that you could think of that you might want to retarget about while the cart period is open. That's the key, is these retargeting ads are most effective when it's actually from Facebook ad to buying, because these are people who are exposed to you. What you don't want to do is retarget anyone from that cold ad campaign who didn't engage with you direct to sale. But the beauty of the retargeting ones is that they've already seen your sales page or engaged with you in some way. So sending them to the sales page again isn't going to be as off-putting as if I've never heard of you and then you ask me to spend $1,000. So plan your retargeting phase and really stay on top of those. And then the third and final campaign type that I plan out with my clients is boost campaigns. And this is really more kind of like a live time strategy, where this is where you're taking advantage of Facebook's kind of algorithm and their pay to play method for getting them to do what you want. So whenever you're sending traffic outside of Facebook, they, I'm sure you've noticed, they cut your reach. They like it when you upload videos directly, when you're asking questions, when you're sharing quotes, because they want people to stay on their app. So you have to kind of pay to play, and it's really crucial to do this when you're sending to a sales page or to the webinar ask and things like that. So you kind of want to plan out some boosting days, and I'll give you a couple of examples of what we like to do. So anytime that you are doing a Facebook Live video about either inviting them to that attraction piece of the webinar challenge, etc., boost that video for a couple of days just to people who like your page and maybe their friends. Or boost, Facebook Lives that you're doing about the sales page. So maybe you want to share your story, other people's stories, case studies, etc. If you do a Facebook Live or a video direct upload, make sure to boost that post so that it really reaches everyone who likes your page and they're getting that opportunity to go check out the offer. And then the other way to use boosts is for, some of those other kind of things that you might want to post about, like maybe you've created some great testimonial graphics. Boost those for a day or two while the cart is open and make sure the link to click to the sales page is there. Or maybe you want to kind of do a countdown of days that the cart is open and about to close. Definitely boost those, but make sure you're, again, using that kind of smart end date for it to close off for itself. And then the other thing that I would say is just any other posts about your launch, about the cart opening, about the invitation to join. Those are really good opportunities for you to boost posts. And again, the crucial part here is that you're just boosting for a day, maybe 2 to 3 at most. $5 a day is good. If you can do more, $20 a day is going to reach everyone who likes your page. And this is also one of those things where you're kind of boosting when that cart is open, unless you're also doing a couple of boosted posts before the webinar. But this is really about targeting those specific people who already said, hey, I like your page on Facebook, and making sure that you're turning that Facebook like into a lead for your cart opening. So I know Facebook ads probably still seem really overwhelming, so I've created a really great freebie that I'm excited to tell you about that you can download below, which is your guide to these 3 Facebook campaigns. And I want you to make sure that you ask me any questions in the comment below that you have about these 3 campaigns, and I would be happy to answer about how they can apply to you, your type of business, your launch strategy, and some of the best ways to use them. So again, you want to make sure that you do the cold, warm traffic campaigns, kind of the traditional ads when you think about going into Power Editor and creating the whole thing, to do those retargeting pixel ads based on people who have viewed the sales page or on your email list, and also to work in some of those live boosted campaigns so that you are taking advantage of converting your Facebook likes into sales. I hope this was helpful to you, and I can't wait to kind of see what you do with Facebook ads, because they're changing all the time and getting these really great new tools. And I'll see you next week with my next stress-free launch tip. I hope the launch tip I shared with you was helpful, and that I will see you putting it into action very soon. And if you are ready to bring your online course or digital product to life, but you aren't quite sure where to start, I would love to share with you my stress-free launch workbook. You can download a free copy at www.jessicamcastle.com /workbook.